This is Mrs. Castle here, and we are going to learn how to use a compass and a ruler properly today. I know this is kind of silly, 7th, 8th graders, and oh, we know how to use a ruler, but some of you really don't. They hold the ruler down at the end, and when they go to draw a line, the ruler, oh, I can't draw a straight line. Of course not, because you're holding the ruler wrong. So, the best way to use a ruler, get my cute little sign back. Best way to use a ruler is hold it down in the middle with your non-dominant hand, which means the hand that you do not write with. Then you're going to put your pencil tip up against the edge of the ruler and draw your straight line. It's very simple. I am not left-handed, so this is going to be pretty funny, I think. But if I'm left-handed, I'm going to use my right hand to hold my ruler down, and I'm going to use my left hand to draw the line. Oh, that went pretty well. And then I have nice straight lines. Notice when I was drawing my lines, I was drawing slowly. I wasn't trying to do it super fast because that's another good way to make a mistake. So that's all there is to it for using a ruler to draw straight lines. Measuring is something different, and if we need that, we'll cover that in another video. So now we've learned how to use a ruler properly. All right, next, how to use a compass. I like these safety compasses because it doesn't have sharp points like the compasses that we used when I was your age, which were a total pain in the rear. But this one is really nice, and I have some others that are similarly styled. But these are like the easiest that I know of to use. They do have a little ruler on the side, which can be useful, but to draw circles, you don't want to really pay attention to those inches and centimeters along the edge. You want to pay attention to these these little holes along here. And there are markings, and sometimes they're hard to read, so let me kind of focus in on that a little bit. Like that, like this hole right here, or that hole right there, that's close to 1.5 inch radius. And from math, we know that radius is half of the diameter of the circle. It's halfway across from the center to the outside edge. This would be about 1 3/4. That would be 2 inches, 2.5, 2 1/4, 2.5, 2 3/4, 3 inches. Let's see, on this side, I can't quite, on this one, I can't read what these measurements are over here. I'm not sure if that's centimeters or what, but it's very difficult to read, so I'm not going to pay much attention to that side. Now you can make smaller circles. These aren't marked with measurements, but if you're trying to make a circle that's in one of these holes, it's going to be really difficult because it's really small to turn around, and you're going to put your finger on that little brass thing right there, and it's hard to just put your finger on that and not on the white plastic around it. So anyway, so to draw a circle, I am going to put my finger on the little brass ring that I showed you just a second ago, and I'm going to put my pencil in one of the holes, and I'm going to, pressing down really hard in the center, I am going to rotate my pencil around until I make a complete circle. It's really important to push down on that little brass part, because if I don't push very hard on it, my circle moves all over the place. See, it's not lining up over here. So it does move around, so it's really important to keep your pressure on that brass ring part and Make sure you're keeping your pencil straight up and down. That's going to help you make the best mark, especially if your pencil point is not sharp. So that's basics on how you use the compass and a ruler.